What's good, my warrior fam? Welcome back, or welcome to From Weeping to Warrior, Igniting Freedom with Roshan Nicole, where we talk about all things mental health awareness and wellness. And we interview guests from all over the world sharing their Weeping to Warrior stories. We also talk about educational or informative strategies tools that you can actually use in your life today. So welcome. I'm so excited. This is episode 2 from season 2. So we're doing great. If you missed last season, you can go and check that out. There are 16 amazing episodes. You can hear some encouraging and inspiring stories. So you can go back on my YouTube channel and check that out. So today, I'm excited for this guest. I'm excited. She's going to share a wealth of information and knowledge that's going to help us to de-stress. And I'm going to read her bio. And I just want us just to dive right in because this is going to be so educational, inspirational, and informative. So let me read her bio of our guest today. So Sherina James is a certified clinical EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique or Tapping Practitioner. She prioritizes holding and creating space for Black women and women of color. She is a guide for those navigating racism, dealing with anxiety, self-doubt, stress, and those who are simply looking for a boost in their well-being. Her goal is to help people move from surviving to thriving. Let's welcome this warrior queen all the way from in our area, Tacoma, Washington, Sherina James, to the show.
It's so great to see you and be here. Thank you so much.
Yes. Hello, Sherina. How are you? Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Sherina, I'm just so excited for you to be on today because EFT has just been a life changer for me, and I can't wait for you to just dive deep and just tell our audience more about it. But before we get into it, if you could just give us like a 90-second version of just who is Sherina James.
I would love to. Thank you for the question. So who am I? I like to start with, I'm a daughter.
Yes.
I'm a sister. And I'm an auntie. I'm a lover of dance and music. And I like to share my family lineage through my mother's side, through my matriarchal side. So I'm the daughter of Westine, who's the daughter of Ethel, who's the daughter of Jeanette, who's the daughter of LD. And my father is Arnold Holmes. So I'm just pleased to be here with you. That's who I am. I was born in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's something that makes me very unique.
Yes. I know, but in Alaska. Yes. Cold Alaska. But beautiful though. Yes. Yep. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Sherina, so friends, I met Sherina about 2 months or so ago, and I was launching my business, Roshan Nicole Wellness and Education Consulting, and I had vendors, and Sherina had hit me up on social media, and I asked to be a vendor, and I was like, yes, I was like, absolutely, because I just know the power of EFT, and I just wanted her to come out and just to share what she's doing, and so I'm excited to have you on today. And Sherina, if you can just tell the audience, please explain EFT tapping, explain it in simple terms. So, for our audience, for our listeners. Yeah. What is EFT?
Yeah, well, I like to call it acupressure because if you went to an acupuncturist, they would be using the little needles in there to help lower your stress or work on your physical issue, right? And so we are doing it just by putting a little tapping pressure on these points. It's the same exact meridians that acupuncturists use. If you study traditional Chinese medicine, this is based on the energy medicine from traditional Chinese medicine.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I really like to use it or tell people that they can use it when they wish their feelings or even their behavior was different. Energy medicine is about realizing that we have that mind-body connection and that all things have this energy, this element of energy that they carry. So the thing that's unique about EFT is that it connects the verbal and the cognitive, the mind, the body, but it's also self-affirming because we say how we really feel about things and how we're experiencing them.
Yes, yeah. And Sherina, we're going to have Sherina to come on another time to actually show, have a session. So today is just going to be all about EFT and the power of EFT. And so we're going to invite her to come on to actually have a session. And I just can't wait for that. So, but Sherina, so what drew you to EFT tapping? How did you hear about it? What made you, want to help clients? I just want to hear your story of how did you hear about EFT?
I first heard about it back in the late 90s on the Oprah show.
Okay.
That was my thing to do after school. First thing I ever saw using tapping was Iyanla Van Zant. She happens to be a Black woman, which was also exciting. But, and so I kind of knew of this thing. I had it in my back pocket and thought, wow, that's pretty cool. You just tap on these points and you feel better. And then, 2020 happened to all of us. And so many of us went, inside, and I did. It's like, what is happening in the world? George Floyd Jr. was murdered. What is happening for Black people, especially? And so even though I had a history of working in human services and working one-on-one with people, I wasn't doing that for my day-to-day job, and I really missed it. And when 2020 happened, I just had this realization that I needed something to support myself. The Black community needed something to support ourselves as a collective. And so I was looking for a training program and found one that I could do online, and got started and did that. And in 2025, I launched my practice.
Wow. Yes, that's amazing. Sherina, and you said it back in 2020. I think that was a great time, to learn about, some techniques and strategies during that time, because that was the time when I was headed to treatment as well, because I think just being in isolation and just everything, like you said, what was going on in the world is just like, oh my gosh. And so I think it's just great to know and to learn about healthy coping skills and strategies to apply to our lives. So yeah, absolutely. So Sherina, what is like the most common myths? Because some, like EFT, I'm starting to hear it more and more, but I feel like society needs to know more about it. And when I think of EFT, like honestly, what comes to mind, and we had a conversation, I think of educators and students, because that's the space that I was in, and that's the space that I support. And so, what is a common myth about EFT tapping? What have you been hearing about?
Well, I often hear from people, and this is regarding any type of therapeutic work. I'm not a clinician and I'm not a therapist. I just love the modality of EFT, and I work with people one-on-one. So I think whenever you're talking about something that can help you with your emotions or something that's related to mental health, a lot of times people can be resistant because it's fear, right? Mm-hmm. Fear comes up and tells them maybe what I have to deal with is too much, or my emotions are going to be too big. If I open up that Pandora's box, it's going to overtake me. And so one of the things I love about EFT is that we can titrate things. We can do just a small amount, just whatever your system, your brain can handle at that time is what we can do. And so that's a myth, is that if I start, people have, is that if I start dealing with something around emotions or my grief or my depression, that it's just going to overtake me. And so they may be hesitant to even get started.
Okay. So a question in regards to when doing the EFT technique, do you have to tap on the pressure points for like 5, like give us more information in regards to like how that looks like.
Yeah, that's a great question. So generally I use 9 points, and they're all kind of upper body. There is 1 point under our arm that we use. And you'll see, if you watch videos of EFT tapping, you'll see some people do different points. Like they might do something called a 9 gamut, where they're tapping their wrists together and they're moving their eyes around. But generally, we want to start on the side of our hand, kind of down here in this wider, meatier part. Okay. Just tapping, like if you were to tap on a table or drum your fingers, it's not very hard, and you don't necessarily have to do it for very long. It's just you want to see the reality of how you feel about something on this point. Because we believe in EFT that you can't, it's like trying to clean a dirty house by just moving things around, or you get a wound and you just slap the Band-Aid on it. No, you got to clean that stuff out So we want to see how we really, really feel about something. A lot of stuff are in our emotions or how we feel about something, and then it manifests some other way. It could be physically, it could be through disease or sickness. So we want to say how we really feel about things so we can just clear it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I love it. I learned about this years ago, but the way that I learned was like the social media, and so I just remember using it when I couldn't sleep. Several times at night I couldn't sleep, and I'm just like, let me try this and see. And then the next day I wake up, I'm like, yep, it works, because it put me to sleep. So there is power in this, and so some people are just like, that's interesting, but it makes a lot of sense. You said it's like those pressure points, like if you were to go to an acupuncturist, and that's where they would put the needles, and so it makes a lot of sense. And so, how has EFT changed your own life or creativity for you?
Wow, that's a great question. I think it's changed me because it's almost like, just like your title, the Weeping to Warrior.
Yeah.
I also had those nights where I was crying and couldn't sleep. I was going through a divorce and thinking, did I do the right thing? What have I done to my life? And struggling with that, and being able to tap and fall asleep. It's helped me work through grief so many times, whether it's the loss of my beloved pets or, the loss of a friend. Friend breakups are really hard. I've talked to so many people that are like, ooh, I had a friend and now I don't have them, and I'm struggling with the loss of that. I've used it many times for those types of things, mainly around loss.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Love it. Yeah. And I've just been saying, I've shared about EFT tapping to friends and loved ones, and I can't wait for you to come on to just do a session, so then they can watch it and just see just how powerful this is. So, how can people combine EFT tapping with other like self-care practices?
Yes. So I think one of the most simplest ways that you can do that, especially for women, for Black women especially, because so many times we're like serving everybody else and we're the last to lift and support ourselves, is to use it to just say that I am worthy of self-care. Just to affirm that, because one of the things with EFT is that we do, like I said, we say the reality of things. So like, even though I don't feel like I'm worthy of care, or I know many people depend on me and I've got many things to do, I'm still worthy of this break, or I'm still worthy of taking rest. I'm still worthy of getting care for myself. Because we say how we really feel about something, but there's also that self-affirming part that we always want to say as well. It's not just all bad. It's right. This is the reality. I'm in a situation here, but I'm still worthy. I can still myself.
I love that piece. I love that affirming, affirming as you're tapping, and I'm worthy, and I'm enough, and just speaking life into yourself. So I love that. Yes. So I would love to hear, as practitioners, I know we kind of can't share names and everything, but I would love to hear, if you can, like, what is a breakthrough story from training or from your client sessions? I would love to hear about that. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's what a part I love about being a practitioner is seeing that breakthrough, and you experience this too, and your clients are just like, right, it's working, and they get it. And so, I'm thinking of, clients I worked with in 2025 that were struggling with overwhelm, just whether it be through work, family, the combination of both, and just EFT allows us to see other aspects of something. It's almost like the fog is cleared from the lens, and you're like, oh, I can realize there's something else. There's another option here. So seeing clients have that breakthrough, seeing a client, that's dealing with worthiness, and giving themselves over something, and seeing that breakthrough of like I said, the titration thing. Maybe I can't just forgive myself totally, but I can give myself even just a little bit of forgiveness. And then that opens up the door to maybe even more, like me seeing that I'm worthy of something.
I love that. It's a process, right? Healing's a process. It's baby steps, little by little. So I can heal myself just a little bit today, and then a little bit more the next day. So I love that. Oh yes, love it. Oh.
I'm free. No more chains. No more chains are binding me. I'm free. I can lift my hands in victory. I'm free. Ain't nobody stopping me. Look at what you done to me. Pack your bags and leave. In the sky, no butterflies. It's a brand new day. Sunshine, no.
So Sherina, this is awesome. I'm so just I love this. But I want you to share with the audience, like if someone was interested to learning more about you, your work, how can they contact you? Give us your information. Work to
Oh,
find.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Daring to Thrive.
Okay.
And again, I'm really focused on moving from surviving to thriving. So that's why I named my business Daring to Thrive. You can find me on Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook at Daring to Thrive. You can find me on Substack, which is new for me. So I'd love to see people find me on Substack under Daring to Thrive. And my website will be provided. It's a bit of a word soup, but if you Googled Daring to Thrive EFT tapping, you will find me.
Awesome. Yes, and we will have that all available on the screen. So if you are interested in knowing more about Sherina and her work, you will see it on the screen as well. So yes. Sherina, tell us about any upcoming events that you have going on. Where can we find you? If I want to go somewhere, we live in Tacoma, so if I want to see you somewhere, where can I go and see Sherina?
Those are great questions. Right now, I'm really focused on launching some new programs for Daring to Thrive. One of them is going to be an 8-week cohort where people will have the opportunity to work with me one-on-one and in groups. And then another one is a longer term program. It's a 12-week program. So you can find these on my website. I'll be putting them on Instagram as well. But I also offer virtual tapping groups. So at least 2 a month. And they're always posted on my social media.
Okay.
And this allows you to try, like if you just want to try EFT before working one-on-one with me and see what my style is, it allows you to try that in a group setting where, we all have an agreement to keep things confidential. We bring things to the group, tap on them as a group because the power of doing things in a group. It's just multiple. And so those are posted on my social media as well.
Oh, love that. Awesome. And so the 2 that you do each month is, you said through social media, through Instagram. It's an Instagram live or
it's actually through Zoom. So we meet online. All of my stuff is virtual, so I can work with people anywhere in the world, and I have clients located all over the world. But I post the dates for those each month on my social media.
Awesome, friends. So you heard how to contact Miss Sherina James. So hit her up on social media, her website, if you are interested to learn more and just see the power of EFT and just her beautiful work that she's doing. So Sherina, we always play a little game at the end of the episode. But before we do you have any last words? Like maybe someone who might be a little nervous about EFT, or maybe someone who's dealing with like some anxiety. Like, what are some words of encouragement or inspiration that you have for our listeners?
I would just say to be open, to be curious is even more, to be curious. And whether they decide to do that with EFT or there's another modality that they're looking at, to be curious, because EFT allows you to kind of get curious and sit with your emotions or whatever you're experiencing. And so even to broach that, you have to first have that moment of self-reflection and ask yourself, is this something I'm willing to try? Even just a little bit.
Yes, I love it. All right. And any last words or any shout outs that you would like to give?
Well, I would just like to encourage the Black women. You know, it's the stats say there's 300,000 to 600,000 Black women that were let go from the workforce in 2025.
Wow.
So to encourage those women, I do work specifically with women that have been pushed out, fired from the workplace, or are dealing with workplace microaggressions and racial trauma. And so, I would like to encourage those women
awesome.
to let them know that they are seen and regardless of how that made them feel, as you can imagine.
Wow. And what was the number that you said on that? How many?
300 to $600,000 women.
Oh my goodness. That is, wow.
It's a huge stat, and they're just now trying to figure out what the accurate amount is, but it's a huge number.
And this is where your work is needed, for the community to show them, self-love, self-care, and affirming themselves that they are wonderful and beautiful. So yes, absolutely beautiful. All right, Sherina James. So we are going to play, before we close out and say our goodbyes, we play this game, and it's a would you rather game. I like to ask my guests at the end of the session just to kind of lighten the mood a little bit and to know a little bit more about you. And I was kind of thinking and reflecting okay, Sherina, what can I ask? And so I was thinking, okay, self-care, mental health. So I was like, okay, I'll ask some these questions. So I want to know, would you rather, what is your preference? Going to the beach or mountains?
Definitely beach. I'm a water girl.
Water girl. Okay. Yeah. And here in Washington State, we have both. So that's good. We can do the water or the mountain, so we can see both. So, all right, water girl, beach. Okay. Awesome. The next one, what's your preference? Tea or coffee?
Well, I do love both, but my stomach doesn't love coffee.
Okay. Yep.
So I drink a fake coffee that's like a coffee tea.
Okay. It's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Okay. All right. What is your preference? And I think I know this one. We talked about it. Movies or television, TV?
Oh, movies. Yeah.
Movies.
I love the movies.
And what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite movie?
So many, too many to name. I'm going to go with the classic Color Purple, though, because, I was there at the last revisioning of that movie. I went to their parties and all of it. Loved it.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Love it, too. The music was beautiful as well. Love the music, for sure. Yes. And my last question for the audience, besides EFT, what is your favorite self-care technique or practice or routine? Yeah, love to hear about that.
I love taking walks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a walker as well. And I just want to I'll shout out Girl Trek. If you do not know about Girl Trek, it's a national movement for Black women and girls to walk.
Yeah.
In their hood, at least five days a week, 30 minutes per day. Google it. It's a great community to be a part of.
Okay. And spell that out for us so then we know how to look for it on social media.
Yes, that's GIRLTREK, Girl Trek.
Girl Trek. Okay. Wonderful. So that's a great way for walking and accountability and communities. Yes. Oh, awesome. Well, Sherina, I'm so glad you came on today. Thank you for your time and your expertise. And we would love to have you to come back and do a session with us. We would love that. I think that would just be a beautiful space. And, and just showing us and walking us through it and what it looks like and sounds like. And yeah. So I would love to have you back on.
I would love that. I would definitely love that. I've enjoyed this so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you. We'll keep in contact, and I will see you next time. So thanks for coming on, my friend.
Thank you, my friend.
All right, friends, you heard my friend, Miss Sherina James. If you are interested in EFT tapping, it is amazing. Like I said, and like she shared today, go ahead and hit her up on social media, her website. We will have that available for you so you can contact Sherina James. So thank you so much for joining us today. Season 2, episode 2. I hope this episode encouraged you, inspired you, and motivated you, and also educational for you learning about EFT tapping. So come back next week. We will talk more about how to de-stress, how to overcome or prevent burnout and stress. And like I said, I'm going to give you homework each episode. So come ready. Don't just come ready to listen, but come ready to take some notes and to walk away with some homework. Okay. So it's time for you to put yourself on the calendar this season, because I'm just hearing so much just in society today, how so many people are just stressed and overwhelmed and burnt out. And so I just want you to know that you can come here to learn something that you can apply to your life. So with that being said, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us. I will see you next week. And as always, stay lit. Don't burn out. But if you do, we got some strategies for you. So stay lit, keep shining, and ignite freedom. And we will see you next week.
Thank you for tuning in to From Weeping to Warrior, Igniting Freedom with Roshan Nicole. To be a guest on the show, please contact us at info@roshannicolewellness.com. We would love to connect with you, so please take a moment to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms. We look forward to having you join us next time for Weeping to Warrior, Igniting Freedom with Roshan Nicole.
Free, no